channel. I have noticed on a few of the videos that the bike looks kind of in nice condition, like it's not too bad. I just wanted to get you in close and just show you that that's not the case. The back end of the frame. It actually looks a bit rough. That's all corrosion, it's actually eaten into the steel. That should be chrome. Look at the clutch push rod. It's been left in a puddle by the looks of it. In fact, the whole thing, when you get in close, looks like it's been left at the bottom of the sea. There's the front forks. They're so heavily pitted, and that's forced off the chrome, and it started to rust underneath the chrome. So there's no rescuing them. Even if you got the rust off them, that's just going to be left with a massive hole, which is then going to ruin the seals. You're back to square one. So, right, Bill. What do you think, Bill? Is it scrap? Eh? Is it a boat anchor? There's corrosion on the back wheels. And I've seen this before. When you sandblast these and powder coat them, you get a mottled finish, like a really rough finish. I'll try and show you an example of that. You see, that should be really smooth out of the factory. And that's because there was so much corrosion on this cover. But when we had it powder coated, it just looks rough. Looks like a hammerite kind of finish. I'm not even sure if that's coming out on camera. But yeah, so that poses another problem when you go to powder coat things and make them look like brand new. That's for that bike up there. DT50MX that we've been restoring for just over 12 months now. Here's the exhaust. Exhaust actually doesn't look too bad. Then you get to the clutch cover, and that just looks horrendous. Whole frame, there's no part of the frame I don't want scuffing up and powder coating. It's all rough. So for anybody who's saying to us, yeah, we think you should restore it to brand new, you're looking at many hours and a lot of cash to get that back to brand new. Probably what I will do is just get it recommissioned and just ride it as is. There's no reason why this should leak, is there? None at all. Let's just connect it up. In theory. Let's connect it up and turn fuel on, see what happens. Pissing out again. So why is it doing that?
Weird. Just absolutely weird.
You can hear them filling up, can't you now? It's leaking again. Just knock us fuel off. Just unfortunate, but we'll have to take the car back up. Alright, it leaked out of there before. Let's see if it's doing it again. Oh, it's coming out of there now. That's the other side. How is that possible? And it is coming out of there, isn't it? Or is it? No, it's not. It's running out of there. It's running out of that overflow.
Coming out of there.
So that's just high float level. Has to be, isn't it?
What else can it be?
Nothing really. You see, we still haven't found the reason why they parked it up in first place.
No.
There's always a reason, isn't there, when they park it up? Usually it's a damn good reason. I still haven't got a book for this either, so I don't know the float levels.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You haven't got it painted yet.
Oh, that's stuck. That had stuck then.
You know the rubber dries up.
There ain't any rubber.
There is. On
No,
float needle.
No, there ain't.
On float needle.
No, there ain't.
Are you sure?
Absolutely positive. 100%, I'll show you if you want. But
Not necessarily dries up, but it gets
you
stuck
see,
in.
this is the weird thing. We were blowing through them before, and they were sealed fine, weren't they? I don't think they've. I think we're barking up the wrong tree with this. I need to thank some people. I need to thank someone called Tio, who got in touch and gave me the float settings for these carbs. You were spot on, mate, but I didn't know straight away how accurate you were about it. So I didn't go ahead on the strength of what you said and just do the carbs because I couldn't be sure. So I've got to thank someone else, a guy called Stuart from Australia, who messaged and emailed me all the service manuals, and he's also sent me instructions on how to build my own pop-up light. All I would need is a frame, apparently. And he's also showed me a link to a place in Japan that sells katana parts. Well, they sell all kinds of Japanese parts. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to pick up a pop-up headlight for some kind of a decent price, or if not, make one. But if we do make one, I'll be putting everything on here anyway, so you'll see it you'll see it first before we do it. I've got to thank Keith, who bought us a coffee. Just thought I'd thank you personally, mate, because we really do appreciate anybody who goes out of the way to help out on the channel. I really do appreciate that, mate. So you bought me a coffee, and I went down and had that coffee today. But the cool thing about that is, the money that I would have spent on getting a coffee anyway, I can now spend on the katana. So, thanks a lot, mate. Jokes aside, I really do appreciate it. Right, so now what we've got to do is set the calipers to 21.4, and that is as near as, damn it, I don't know if you can, if that's coming out on camera. So you set the calipers to 21.4, and then you measure from this point here, just from there, to the gasket surface, which is down there. So basically, stand the calipers on the gasket surface, like that, and then the float, if you push it, if you get it to push down, then obviously the float is too high. If you don't get it to push down, it's probably a little bit low, so you would measure the distance in between them, which is pretty much nothing. So that's within spec. In my eyes, that's within spec. Move on to the next one. Again, that's within spec. Right, that one is possibly a little bit high. Can you see how it's pushing the float down? It's making it twist a little bit. So we might just raise that float level a little bit. And that's number 4, and that's pretty much bang on spec as well. So we've got a little bit of adjustment on that one, but the float levels are to within a 1mm, so it can be up to 20.4mm or 22.4mm. That's just how these carbs are. That's the spec. That gives us a bit of an issue, because this bike's not getting any fuel, and we know the fuel is getting into the float chambers because it's been running out of the overflows. But when we crank over, the bike's not getting any fuel. So that's starting to make me think that we've missed something when we cleaned out the carbs. Aluminum minimum. Right. Oh, are you going to piss out again? And why? So that's right now. It's not leaking out, and that's strange. Let's try and get a bit organised. Do you want to hold the carbs in place? I'll place that plate on, and then I'll bar it.
Yeah, that's the best way.
Yeah? We'll try it without warming pipes up this time, because I think it'll be enough. Not if we'll be able to do it this time without your muscles.
Oh, sure.
Your big old muscles.
Oh, that's... Go on, it's going.
God, we shouldn't have to press them that hard. Jesus Christ.
You've not warmed them up.
That's why, innit?
Yeah.
That's it.
Nearly.
Oh, right, a bit more.
This one. Come on, that's it, that's good.
Carby's on. Turn it on. And link. Oh, it's not leaking. So yeah, we'll give that a little try. Let's.
I mean, under circumstances, we could do with perfection, but with the agent thing, we're not going to get it. Are we?
No, not really. Are you going to do the show that we did before? Yeah. That fired then.
Yeah, tried to. That's just actually.
how, Dad, are we going to test that there's fuel getting into cylinders?
Check a plug. Just check a plug. We're getting fuel, but there's, there's something wrong.
Yeah, can't tell, can it? Now the dry's born. Doesn't seem right, does it, at all?
Can't get it. The stock is flooded.
But it must be barely stopping flooding, because 1 minute it floods and the next minute it doesn't.
Oh, it's got to be close.
Bang on close, which is perfect. That's what you want, isn't it? So now why aren't we getting any fuel? Blowing out all jets. We should give it another sniff and see if we can actually drag some fuel through it.
I agree.
Rolling in my 5.0.
Still spills.
Still spilled. A slight spillage while collecting my sugar. Right, how many times can you try things before you look like insane? Because you know that whole phrase, don't you?
I don't know.
Trying the same thing again and again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. So I do feel insane now, because we've tried this that many times.
Well, I've had a sleep.
What happened? Yeah, it's just another day, Dad.
Just another day.
You've got fans now, Dad. You know that, don't you?
What was it?
Nobody could see that, by the way. You stood right over there.
Good.
You still couldn't see you. You have to stand over here if you want people to see you. You have to stand over here.
Oh, you'll have to make do hearing.
Yeah, carburetor. So there's a fine line. There's a fine line when you're setting carbs up, where your level's too low, where you don't get any fuel at all. And I think that's the position we were in at one time there. But on the other hand, we had it flowing out, just running out all over the place, which means your float level's too high. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. And it's getting to your overflow and then it just chucks out. So I don't know. When I rebuilt these carbs just now, they were running out. Put some fuel in them while they were sat on bench, and I give them a little bang around, and they stopped leaking. So we've just fitted them, and we're going to see if they'll work, basically. But I have set, as you've seen, I've set the float levels and blown them all through again. So it's only what I've done another 15 times, but now we've got the specs for floats, which weren't a million miles out anyway. So let's give it a lash, yeah?
24.
No, 21.4.
Oh,
yeah. What we're saying, Dad, is it going to go? First time in 31 years. What we're doing here, are you operating choke? Or shall I click it on with these? With this?
Yeah.
Yeah? Just a bit of choke on. So, because we've not got a full choke mechanism in place, I'm having to hold it in position, or throttle, yeah, for that matter. So hold a little bit of choke on. Fuel's turned on, they're not pissing out, but they are wet in the openings. So that's it.
Yeah, try.
You'll be on button duties.
I'm on button duties now.
You're on button duties, yeah. Right.
Let's put brake on at the same time.
Oh wow, we don't want it shooting off at a certain bench. Go for it. Keep going. He's on running. Get in! She runs, Rory!
Have you heard it?
Amazing.
Bloody
So
hell.
just needed that bit of sniff, and that's all it needed, just to drag fuel through.
That's the first time I've pressed button. You know?
Oh, so it's you that's done it
Yeah,
then?
that's
I've
why
pressed
it's
button a
gone.
million times and
Yeah.
it won't go.
Come on, get on.
Go on then, give it a whiz.
That's unbelievable.
What's the RPM do you reckon for running for Tacoma?
It's like it were just turned off yesterday.
Just open the door a bit.
Yeah, all four. There's not even any taps, is there? No leaks. Ah. If I turn boost pack off, it shuts engine off. What's that? No, it's alright. We've got to have it all off anyway.
Oh no!
Yeah, I've got to connect throttle cable up. Why is it not? Come on, let's have you in boost position. There you go. Boosty boost. I think we've got a bit of an exhaust lead at front. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So that's the first start of this bike in 31 years. Still bits flying out of the exhaust. Don't want to be though, does it? Is that on 3? It is. That sounds like it's on 3, Dad. Listen. What's that vibrating noise? It's definitely on 3 cylinders, that. But the plugs are the original plugs. So it's probably a broken down plug went into. She's definitely getting warm now. Oh yeah, the infrared thing. Come on guys and girls, that's got to be worth a subscription. Click like. Is that not even boost, guys? That's 2,000 RPM. What do you reckon for this? 1,200? It's ticking lovely, isn't it? That might just want tightening up. Yeah, possibly.
That's next. So we've got a bit of an exhaust leak. You can actually see it, a little piece of fluff that's wandering around. That probably just wants to nip up. And it sounds like it's on 3 a little bit to me. But other than that, and look at all the crap that's jumped out of the exhaust. Yeah.
I don't know.
Thanks for your help, Dad.
It's,
It's getting a bit smoky in here.
miracles do happen.
Yeah. I think at one time, this was a really well looked after bike before it was parked up. It's been really well maintained. Because all them jets, I know I've kept cleaning them out, but they're like brand new. All of them. So that's what makes me think they are
been in pieces.
brand new. No, I think they've all been replaced. I think carburetor's been replaced. I think someone were chasing a fault, possibly with them floats, because it kept throwing. There's a reason why bikes are parked
for everything, isn't there?
Yeah, cars, bikes, whatever.
It's got, it goes now. That's
Definitely. I'm happy. So now the only thing is, what do we do with it? We've got it running, and it runs well. As far as I'm concerned, that's running well. Apart from a carb balance, that's ready to rock and roll, engine-wise. So what do we do with it? Do we just put it back together, get it in one piece, and have it as kind of a rolling restoration? We're going to clean it up anyway.
What's clean?
We're going to clean it up the best we possibly can.
Give it a face light.
And I'll probably start doing that tomorrow. Yeah. Probably start doing that tomorrow, to be fair.
Stick it out.
You clown.
I don't know in your tongue.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean.
Hello.
He's back. Look at our billboard.
Hello, Billy.
Look, Bill, it runs.
Can you smell it?
Plan is, we're going to get it MOT'd on a budget. MOT with all the parts that we've got. Put a Street Fighter headlight on it or something like that.
Yeah.
What we're going to do with front suspension, I don't know.
Oilstone. All we can do for now.
There's no chrome there to oilstone. So I wonder, if does anybody know of any other forks that will fit this, or if the stanchions are interchangeable with any other models? I don't know, GSX, just the GSX, not the EF. I think this is the ES, isn't it? But can we get the stanchions? Is there a cheeky hack where we can get these stanchions for this a bit cheaper than 250 quid, second hand? Will another model fit? I know that the bottoms, the fork bottoms are different, but someone might have a hack somewhere. So yeah, the plan is then now, we're going to get it MOT'd, just do it the cheapest way we possibly can to get it on the road, and we're going to start by freeing off these brakes, which I know are seized up. Right, so the problem we've had here is there's a fine line between them actually throwing fuel out because your float level's too high.
Oh, let's just do it.
And quiet. And
Wait,
then
who are you talking to?
now I've forgot my train of thought.
Good. It was crap anyway.
It wasn't. I forgot what I was saying now. You've proper unhinged me.
You're on about carburetors.
My dad's got to go because he's got some frozen stuff in boot. So he'll be back next time.